Hi everyone, sorry to be talking to you from such a distance, but Hannon's 360 are practicing social distancing and I think we're doing a pretty good job, at least 1.5 meters, which is fantastic. And it's really important. I make a little bit of a joke about it, but at the end of the day, we completely respect that and we honour that. That's a very important thing and certainly something that we're practicing here. We wanted to have a chat to you, and I've encouraged the wonderful Marie to join me on the video today, and she's thankfully been willing to do that, which is wonderful. And Marie is here because we want to tell you about some wonderful news about the ATO and the assistance that they are providing to those who are currently being affected by COVID-19. And we must say hats off to the ATO because they have been wonderfully supportive and understanding. And we wanted to tell you a bit about the process involved for those who currently have either outstanding payment arrangements or they've got a current debt, and the support that the ATO are going to be providing to you. So I'll now hand it over to the wonderful Marie, our executive assistant, and she'll explain to you a bit more about that.
So the ATO this week about people who are experiencing trouble. We have explained that because our clients have been affected by the unfolding COVID emergency, and you're now concerned about not meeting staff obligations like wages and leave entitlement, or you're struggling to stay in business and making some really hard decisions, they have indicated that what is available are the following. So for your current BAS that's coming up, so payment of your March BAS, that can be deferred until, they're currently saying until the 14th of September under a defer payment plan, and no general interest charges will be made. For those people with existing payment plans in place, they're prepared to cancel the existing payment plan without penalty and create a new review payment plan and put that into place. They will require still a minimum nominal monthly payment that will need to be made within the next 7 days, and they can carry that through monthly payments for up to 5 months, and that can be as low, for one of our clients today, for example, it was as low as 2%. Now the payment of the balance after the 5 to 6 months will need to be made, or we need to reach out to them again and they'll put a new payment plan in place, or defer it even longer if that's going to be available at that time. So the balance is payable. Currently it's sitting at 14 September. No general interest charges on that one either. You will need to continue to lodge on time. Any future debts incurred, we would need to contact the ATO and get that added on. So for example, your June BAS. Any ATO credits will be retained and offset against the debt. Also, if you don't have a current payment plan in place, then we would just have to make a call to the ATO and see if we can get the same sort of arrangement put in place. So before we make that call and make an application on your behalf, we would need to know that how much you can afford to pay per month over the next 6 months, and what you can pay within the next 7 days. They need some sort of payment on account within 7 days, which in fact will be 4 days because it's taking up to 3 days to process that payment. That's about it. So if you've got any questions, get in touch with us. I know Jackie's been making a lot of calls to clients and meeting virtually online with them to discuss and strategize. And please remember too that even though they are willing to accept lower payments, you should be putting that money aside as you can to make payment once we come out the other end of this.
Firstly, before we get into that, Marie, I just want to thank you so much for your wonderful explanation. When Marie and I had a conversation this morning as she'd been on the phone, she provided me an update with the relief options that they're providing, and I've never been so excited before because after chatting to so many clients, I know that this is going to make such a considerable impact to them, their cash flow, and also the emotional and financial stress that they're currently feeling at the moment. This is going to make a considerable difference. So we're really excited about those options. And thank you so much to the wonderful Hannon's 360 team. I know often you'll be seeing my face on these videos, but we certainly have a wonderful team, people like Marie who are working very hard during this crazy time to continue to support our clients. So thank you so much, Marie, and our wonderful team. One thing that I do want to highlight, which Marie just touched on, is although there's an opportunity to defer payments with the ATO, at the end of the day, that does not mean that we now have this additional cash for spending and for covering costs that we're struggling to maintain. At the end of the day, we still want to be profitable. So we need to ensure, as Marie said, that we are keeping those funds set aside. If we do find that we are tapping into those funds, then we need to have a conversation and put a strategic plan in place. So this isn't a case of, oh great, we're now going to spend that money, because when we get out on the other end of the side of COVID-19, we don't want to be in a position where we've got this large tax bill that we now need to contend with. So that's not what we want at all, and certainly not what we want to encourage. So if you haven't already chatted to me about putting a cash flow plan in place, about your options available to you, your continuity plan, please get in touch with us, because it's very important that we put these strategies in place to help you in the best way possible. Thank you so much for your time, everyone, and we'll be talking to you very soon.